public record, so.
Green
Green light means stand by, the white light means be ready to go just as soon as your meeting time. There we go.
Okay. So I guess we'll call the meeting to order. It's 3 o'clock. And I want to welcome Jake Riley as our new airport director.
Yes, thank y'all, absolutely.
I want to thank Tim Huey for serving as interim in the last few months.
Well done.
Appreciate your work.
Absolutely.
Appreciate and continued work.
Hard work.
Is there, let's see, has everybody had a chance to review the minutes? And if so, is there a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Second.
We have a motion, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Can we do anything about that? It's way too big.
That's on the record now, man.
I'm sorry.
Does this help?
No, you were good. I'm sorry. I should have shut up. I should have quit when I was behind.
Now, you remember you're being recorded.
Oh, yeah, well,
And not just to us, but to the public.
it'll be on the city's YouTube.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have started that.
So I'm gonna try to
Thanks a lot, Brett.
break this discussion and ask Tyler
Thank
Winningham for the CFO report.
Yes, sir. There's always, kind of a month lag between, what we review and what's actually going on, so I can give you a little bit of foresight. We got our final grant receipt on the T-hanger, so in the June financials, you'll see that reflected in the state grant revenues, and that was the kind of the last piece we were waiting on before we go back and have council amend the budget for those items. So probably on the July agenda, we'll have an ordinance to appropriate all the funds that we got this year from Conway Aviation and also the ADA reimbursements. So
Conway aircraft, you mean?
Conway Aircraft,
Yeah, thank you.
yes. So that'll,
I'm sorry about, there was a Conway Aviation at one time back at the old airport.
oh, okay.
Yeah, this maybe they're just getting that.
Yeah, I start to say that and I'm like, is it
Makes the
aircraft
list of
or
money.
aviation? So
Yeah.
I'll try to remember that now. So if we do that in July, then it'll probably be the August meeting. You guys will see the budget for state grant revenue, miscellaneous revenue will be ramped up quite a bit for those receipts. And then also the budget on the expenditure section for accounts 5903 and 5990. You see we've got zero budget there. Once we do that, once council takes that action, those budget funds will show up and everything will look a lot better. In the expense section, that account 5903
Hey,
building
Tom, can I ask you a
acquisition.
quick- do the grants cover dollar for dollar the expenditures related to this project?
Not dollar for dollar, the reimbursements from Conway Aircraft does.
Okay,
Yeah, for the maintenance hangar.
okay.
The T hangar grant was that 90-10?
910,
It was a
okay.
90-10.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So you can see on the account 5903 building acquisition, that's the account we use for the T hangar. We had a large expenditure in the month, $284,000 and some change. That did bring our cash balance down quite a bit. We were hovering around 400,000. At the end of May, we were sitting at about 140. But the state grant of 125 in June helped that. So we're back up, about, sitting 260, 270, something like that.
That's not reflecting the fuel still in the tank and stuff like that, is that right?
Not in the cash. Yeah, that's just the cash balance. Yeah, we've got a line item on the balance sheet for the fuel inventory, which is reflected separately. And that's all the comments I've got this afternoon, unless you gentlemen have anything you'd like to talk about.
Pretty straightforward this time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
See, and now, are you producing a balance sheet these days?
There's one in the council packet. I typically hadn't provided one to this board. If you'd like one, I can include it.
I would ask you to. Yeah, it seemed like before you started attending the meetings, Harold Clendenin, before he went off, had asked for that. It seems like we had been doing that for about 6 or 8 months, and it was handy to have.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. Did you guys Was there ever a time you guys met after the city council met? Like after the second council meeting of the month?
Well, that's the fourth one, right? The fourth
Fourth Tuesday.
Tuesday, and, so I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember ever providing that. I don't know if it was just, if somebody got it from the council agenda packet
I'm not sure.
and gave it to you guys or what, but, I know Lloyd was asking for this last week and I didn't quite have it ready yet because the information for the agenda wasn't due until 2 days ago, so, but yeah, if you'd like to see the balance sheet, I can start including.
That'd be great. I can't offer any advice at all on aviation, but I can look at a balance sheet, so I don't know what I'm doing here.
Okay, sure, I'll start.
Thanks.
it.
Please, thank you. So any questions of Tyler? If not, is there a motion for approval of financial report?
So moved.
A motion and a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Garver report's already been handled privately.
See you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
See you.
All right, Jakes, it's all yours for a director's report.
So I think Tim's got some things he wants to say since he kind of handled it from the last time. Let him get his fun off of it. He already yelled at me for having to come today, but, so.
Really, I mean, you've got it right there in front of you, probably.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah.
Just, the May jet gallons, 22,429. I noticed this, as we're talking today on our jet, it's 14,076, which is down about considerably from this time last year. Of course, jet fuel is about $1.50, almost $2 a gallon cheaper, so. People's just not flying right now, guys, as much as they were, even with small airplanes and the big ones, because of the fuel. All 75 hangars are leased, 4 citations in the community hangar. We've got I don't know if y'all been out there, but we've got a set of open T hangars that houses 10. And at the end of it, we got a wash rack that we wash airplanes. But as we lease an airplane that goes in there, and that's a citation as well. So that'll be a 5th citation that's on the field, just down there.
So there are 4 in the community hangar, and then the
Yes, sir.
5th in that open hangar?
Exactly.
And about 5 more trying to get in, at least.
5 more? Really?
There's always, it's just like the thing, you build it, they'll come. I mean, it literally, you just can't.
And those are the ones we want, because they're the ones that buy the most. fuel,
Exactly.
right?
They burn the most.
has the cost of jet fuel, is there a direct relationship between it and gasoline? I mean, have the prices, I mean, are there equal increases or no? Do they?
No, sir. It increases quite a bit more than what regular gas
Oh,
does.
really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're going up about every week to 2 weeks, and it could change from 20 to 30 cents at a time.
Okay, wow. I was just curious. I didn't
And
know.
Avgas, when I started in September, was $4.30, $4.50.
Yes, it's at
And now it's about $6.50,
it's 686.
Yeah,
$6.86.
Yes, sir. So there you go. I mean, it's,
okay. Thanks.
Not even a year.
Yeah, thanks.
Philip, y'all all know Philip Bell. He'll be retiring on June 30th. A young man that's been working out there for the last 4 years, Hunter Rousseau, has indicated that he's leaving, and he'll be leaving the same day that Philip does, which is next Thursday. This will just leave me and a part-time guy named Evan Dillon, real nice, fine young man, good hard worker out there, and then Jake and I, and we're in the process of interviewing as many people as we can right now. That's just good help's hard to find. I mean, it's just hard to find.
Particularly anybody with any kind of experience in aviation, right?
You don't find them. You just have to kind of train them. I mean, there is, but the money's not there.
We've had, to kind of branch off that, we've had 5 to 6 apply. One so far that we've interviewed had experience, National Guard Aviation. another one that we're applying for tomorrow. We're gonna interview in the morning. Don't steal him, Robbie, but he's got his A&P. But
What's his name?
so having an A&P is one thing, and then doing, line tech work is kind of completely different. So at least this guy's been around aviation and probably towed some aircraft and things like that. So,
Are you able to pay market rate?
I sent a,
go ahead, Jeff.
I was gonna say, I sent a resume a while back to Lloyd. This was a guy looking, he doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's looking to go to an aviation program once he graduates UCA, and was looking for a job a while back.
If you want to reach back
I sent
out,
that over to Lloyd. So.
yeah, tell him to apply. It's out there on conwayarkansas.gov underneath employment. It's aviation line tech or airport line tech.
Okay.
Have him drop that in, and those get sent directly to me, and I'll call him and set it up. So we're going to leave those open until we fill those positions. So we are actively, obviously, trying to get somebody in. I spoke with HRO today and said, do I need to wait for a period to, pay period? He said, as soon as you want to get them in, if we need to, him or she, we can get those people in there. So some we're actively working on, but I've towed aircraft, I've fueled aircraft, and I'll be out there with Tim in the meantime getting that stuff done for you guys. So I don't want us saying that to scare you guys and say that you won't get the stuff you normally have. The grass may not be, you might not be able to go hit a golf ball off of it for a couple days, but the aircraft will be towed out and fueled and stuff like that. But so we'll make it work.
My question was, are you able to offer competitive market compensation for those similar projects at other fields? Or are you restrained by how much you can pay?
You talking about other airports and stuff, other line service technicians, similar?
So we're semi-restricted because we're a municipal airport. Some of those other airports are FBO operated. Kind of how do I explain that?
Well, but we've also went through the municipal league website, and you can pull it up, and any of y'all can pull it up, and it tells airports about our size, like Rogers,
Hot Springs, Russellville.
And at that particular time, we was about $2 or $3 less across the board than what they were. And like Jake said, if you get into a private entity, by FBO, the sky's the limit on something like
They can do
that.
what they want, they're private. So you're kind of restrained on how high you can offer.
Yes, sir. A little bit. Of course, I'm sure we could get some flexibility if we just can't find anybody and the world's best line tech comes up and says, hey, I'm available to come out, I'm sure we would work something out. But for the most part, it is a city job, and we are a city airport, so we are restrained a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make it work. We've got some applicants coming in, and we're a little bit busy for a little bit, but we'll make it work. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't feel like the Lone Ranger on difficulties in staffing.
Yeah, that's what we talked about that the other day as well.
Yeah.
If you look on the Arkansas, our website for Conway, Arkansas, there's, I think I counted 13 jobs out there just for the city, full benefit jobs.
Really? Wow.
Well, when unemployment's at 3% or less, we're almost at full employment, so.
Yep.
I don't have anything else, guys. It's pretty much,
Yeah. For me, thank you. It's nice to meet you guys. I'm looking forward to continue working with you guys, and my door's always open. I've got some business cards for you finally, so I'll hand this to you guys that don't have my phone numbers. My door's always open. If you have any questions, please just give me a call, and I'll be able to send you all the information you can, or whatever your requests or needs are. And might give me a little bit for the next couple of weeks or so. I'll probably be out with Tim, but I am available. Love the chat. I've absolutely loved so far meeting everybody at the airport, and extremely blessed and happy so far to be out there, and look forward to getting after it and making some good changes out there. So,
Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see, I guess, old business. I don't know of any old business that we haven't covered. Anybody know of any?
I was just gonna circle back around with Jordan, see if he cleaned up some of his stuff, but I'm sure we'll see that next time.
Yeah. Any new business that we haven't already addressed?
No, next Friday. I'm going to do a little cookout for everybody out there, and you're invited to just like a little meet and greet. We're going to have some burgers and drinks and stuff like that, non-alcoholic drinks, and just come out and say hello.
What time is that?
It'll be from 12 to 2.
Right.
Next Friday.
Tomorrow or?
That's July.
Next Friday, July
Oh,
1st.
July
July 1st. Yes,
okay.
sir. Yeah. So please swing by and see everybody and make Tim do all the cooking.
That's lunch.
That's gonna be,
It's lunch from noon to 2 o'clock. Yes, sir. So we'd love to have you.
It's supposed to be really cool that day.
That's why I'm making Tim cook, not me.
Yeah.
Bill, I saw all the stuff that the city sent out and reminded us of reasons why we have to be here,
Yeah.
those sort of things. So I get it.
Thanks for trying, Bill.
I appreciate you.
You know, what I noticed on it was it said that we were required to have meetings quarterly in the city building. So I was wondering if we couldn't do, a couple of business, if we're gonna meet monthly, could we not do 2 at the airport and the perfunctory or the mandatory one at here? So they said, if you read that letter, it said we're only required to have 4 quarterly meetings at the. So.
It's certainly worthy of discussion. And there have been times when we really didn't need monthly meetings anyway. There wasn't that much to address.
Yeah.
But I'd say for the time being, we ought to go ahead and have a monthly until Jake gets on the ground. And but I'm open for discussion about that as well. That's a good idea, I think. I mean, I'd much rather be at the airport because that's our responsibility.
Yeah. I just think people out there ought to see the board meeting up there. That's my, and that's, and I understand the mayor's decision that, he wants to have meetings here, but, if we are required only to have 4 quarterly ones here, then we could have, other informational meetings out there.
Just wouldn't be it's not like we have any authority
Right.
or power anyway, but.
As the mayor was point
I
out.
thought it was interesting. I wanted to make sure
Informal
it's that
gathering
too.
rather than what I would call a meeting.
Yeah.
We can do that every day of the week if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I just want to go out there and have Jake show you around. But
I'd love to.
there's a lot of value in having something out there, even if it's not a quote meeting of this committee, just so that, we're all on board, put our eyes on projects that are going on and that kind of stuff. So.
Yep.
I mean, selfishly,
Maybe a way to do this is if it's a business meeting where we're going to transact business, maybe we try to push all that to a quarterly or semi-monthly. And then for just informational kind of meeting, we have it, every other month, something like that out there.
Brett likes the location, by the way. He really likes this.
Robbie read my mind. Selfishly, I like meeting here because my office is just right there. But if the mayor would have said we can meet out there, I would have driven out to the airport.
Well, I'd recommend when we're starting a new project or learning about a new project, we ought to at least go out there and see where it's going to go. Those sort of milestones make sense. We don't have to meet out there every month or every meeting. But I'm new, so I'm still learning.
Yeah, me too.
Why don't we just plan on meeting next month in July out there?
And not conduct any official business.
Not conduct business, not a meeting.
Right.
Gather.
A gather.
Field trips.
It's not a.
That would be good. I've never,
I don't know.
you guys are out there a lot, pilots. I'm not, I've never, one of the things I thought having some sort of, advisory committee orientation would be good. It'd be good for me, from my understanding, because there's things that you guys talk about, vernacular, nomenclature. I don't know what it means. So just having a general understanding.
Tea hangers and wash rack. and
Yeah,
things like
sure.
that.
I don't know what that means.
I benefit from that too.
So
Anyway.
the other comment that I would have for the record, and I didn't realize this until the thing came out today, is that he doesn't count for the quorum because he's not really here. Is that a loophole? With COVID, I thought the whole world changed.
Yeah, me too.
We're like having legislative committee meetings with full voting
That's
authority
right. That's right.
over Zoom. So
Yeah.
there's got to be a way for that to count. I mean, that would be.
I didn't read that, Robbie. I didn't read it.
I did. I thought that's.
I think I read where the governor,
Probably, just the last couple hours, wasn't it?
I thought I read in some of that the governor shut down the ability to do the virtual thing for the state, and that might be why.
Well, it's not his decision, but the legislature still.
Well,
they had an ethics committee meeting yesterday, and one of the senators called in with full voting authority. She was able to.
Who did that come
Well,
from, Robbie?
I'm just saying, the
so
technology's there. I don't know why that wouldn't count.
I need to come clean then. I accidentally raised my hand a moment ago when we voted, so I need to withdraw that.
Oh, we got someone who's going to advise.
Yeah, I figured Jared would
I've got a little bit of information on that. So you guys are partially right. Sorry, I'm hearing an echo. You guys are partially correct, but it does kind of come down to the governor's emergency declaration. And that's part of the reason that the remote meetings have kind of carried on since that ended. If it's written in the airport advisory board's sort of rules, bylaws, whatever you call it, I do believe that you could conduct some virtual stuff. But as they are all written, and as most of them were written pre-COVID, that stuff wasn't in there for any of these boards.
Yeah.
So when
That's what I
that
figured.
ends and we have to go back to in person, that's kind of where we're at.
Well, at least for an advisory
That helps.
committee with no authority, maybe we could write that in there. That's just my suggestion. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. I
I think
can
it's a
be
good
here if
idea.
I need to be.
Gotcha.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Any other business? Then we'll be adjourned.
All right.
Yay.
Yes.
Y'all take care. See y'all.
Hey, Jeff, be careful.